Last time we saw this plot between degree of consolidation and drainage path ratio for different values of time factors. Different value of time factor means the different value of time also. So here I forgot to mention that these lines are called as isochrones, and the slope of this curve, let us say this is the first curve, so this slope indicates the direction of flow, because we know that where the degree of consolidation is 1, at that point pore water pressure will be equal to 0, and the point where degree of consolidation is minimum, at that point pore water pressure is maximum. So obviously the water will be flowing from maximum pressure to minimum pressure. So this is the pressure gradient, and so this is also the hydraulic gradient. And so this one was a plot for double drainage. And if we want to see the plot for single drainage, how will it look? So in that case, this surface the water will not drain out, and let's say from this surface it is draining. So this is again drainage path ratio and degree of consolidation. So at this point degree of consolidation is 1. So at the boundary here the degree of consolidation will become instantaneously 1. So this will be the plots for different value of TV, and here also this slope will indicate the direction of flow. These are also called the isochrones. This was the difference between single drainage and double drainage. The next part is the determination of coefficient of consolidation. Determination of coefficient of consolidation, that is CV. So two methods are there. First is the Casagrande's log of time fitting method. And the second one is Taylor's square root of time fitting method. So for these both methods, we know that time factor is given as TV is equal to CV times T upon H square. So if we can find out the at particular value of time what is the degree of consolidation, and at that degree of consolidation what is the value of time factor, because degree of consolidation is related to time factor. Last time we saw, let's say for degree of consolidation up to 60%, time factor is given as pi by 4 u square, and there is formula for greater than 60% also. It means that if we know the degree of consolidation, from that we can find out the time factor, and if we can find out the value of time for that particular degree of consolidation, so from that here we will know the drainage layer length, that is h, tv and small t, so we can find out the cv values. So the difference between these two methods is, in the first one we calculate the time for 50% consolidation, and so for that we will find out the value of TV. So we know H, we know TV, and we know T50. So here it will be TV is equal to CV T50 divided by H square. So this is the Casagrande's method, and in the second method it will be, we'll find out T90, that is corresponding to 90% consolidation. So for that we will calculate TV, and again same formula, TV is equal to CV T90 by H square. So how do we find out this T90 and degree of consolidation? For that we use the consolidometer data. So it has been found out by experiments that, let's say for the first method, so that is the log of time fitting method. Log of time fitting method. So the plot between dial gauge reading versus time, or I can say log of time, it is similar to degree of consolidation, that is u, versus log of time factor. So these two plots are similar, and similarly in the second method, in the Taylor's square root method, for this method the dial gauge reading, dial gauge versus under root of time, and this plot is similar to degree of consolidation versus under root of TV. So using this similarity, some method is used, like in this first method tangents are drawn, and corresponding to this we'll get the value of 100% consolidation. So we'll find out the time corresponding to 100% consolidation and the dial gauge reading for 100% settlement. So we'll find out the value corresponding to 0% settlement, and in between these two we'll find out the value of 50% settlement, and 50% settlement means the 50% degree of consolidation, because this is the similarity that we define. And if we know the 50% consolidation, so from that we'll find out T50, and then we can calculate using the time factor formula CVT by H square. So this kind of method is used to find out the value of this coefficient of consolidation. So just this part is necessary, that in this first one we calculate T50, and in the next one we calculate T90. That's it for this one. After that there is settlement due to 2 degree or secondary consolidation. So this also, it is not important for exams, but there is just one formula that we can see. In this case, C alpha, a coefficient is defined, and that is the slope of log void ratio versus log of time. So as in case of consolidation or primary consolidation, we defined this coefficient of compression index, and that we defined as delta E by log of delta sigma. But here the sigma, it happens at constant effective stress. So here we are plotting the void ratio versus time plot, and the slope of this plot is giving a coefficient C alpha, and we know that from one formula that we derived, that delta H upon H is equal to delta E upon 1 plus E naught, and from here delta H is the settlement, so it is delta E H upon 1 plus E naught, and delta E value we can put from here. So S is equal to C alpha H upon 1 plus E naught log delta log T, and so it can also be written as C alpha H upon 1 plus E naught log T2 upon T1, log 10. Just this formula is there, and for finding out this C alpha, so from experiments it is find out that it is between 4% to 6% of Cc upon 1 plus E naught. So using this we can find out C alpha, and from this we can find out the secondary consolidation. So it is mostly not there in most of the clays, it is mostly there in organic clays. For these it has to be considered, because for that secondary consolidation is too much. And there are some formulae for determination of compression index. Empirical formulae are there, compression index. So I am just writing two of them here that I think are easier to remember comparatively and somewhat important also. So first one is Cc is equal to 0.009 Wl minus 10. This one is used for undisturbed clay where sensitivity is less than 4. So this is the first formula. And for remolded clay, there is formula, that is Cc is equal to 0.007 Wl minus 10. So from here we can put a relationship, that is compressibility of the soil depends upon its liquid limit. So if liquid limit is more for a soil, that means its compression index is more and its compressibility is also more. Ability is more. So this is all for the unit of consolidation. I think I have covered most of the important part, except the numericals. So that I'll do later. That's it for now. Thank you.